It's only right we come to y'all with this, man. This is a topic that's been brung up a lot recently on our Talk to Me Nice segment. You know, a lot of the listeners been asking us, like, would you put such and such in y'all top five women? Would you put such and such here? You gonna put her above her? Like a lot of stuff has been going down. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's only right we make this a full episode. Let's really get into the mix of everything. Let's really break this down like a brick. You feel me? Let's really talk about this, man. So right now, we got the greatest women in wrestling. So that's basically how this topic came about. You guys, the listeners, we had brung it up. I think on a random episode, we had brung it up or something. I think I just threw it out there or something because that's a question that always came to mind for me. It's just like, yeah, with everything that's going on with women's wrestling and just this new era of women going out there and a lot of these premium live events, the women has been putting on way better matches. They've been out here outperforming the guys, and the women has been the highlight of these shows as more recently. It's like, so we're gonna rank them. We're gonna make a whole five. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of things to get into. How you guys feeling about this, man? You guys are y'all more excited than me? Because I'm ready to get to this. I'm ready to get into this five because I'm curious. I know how Chris thinks. I know how Eve thinks, and I'm curious. I just want to see what y'all list is looking like on this top five.
How you curious if you know me? You said I know how Chris thinks. I'm curious.
Yeah, because I want to
Shut
compare it,
up.
and I can't wait to argue it down. I can't wait to,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I
I
want to.
could give you my five right now. Is that what you're trying to do?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You jumping the gun. Hold on, Biggs. Hold on.
Take the one and left the one.
Look, man, he trying to end the show 3 minutes in. That's what you know what I'm saying? I feel you. I respect you.
I'm not. I just felt like you put me, you're trying to shine a light on me real quick. So I'm like, what's up?
Well, yeah,
What's up? You want my five? What's up?
no, no, you're right. You're right. Like you guys' opinions I respect. I know where you guys are like we did 5 6 years of this podcast, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Going on 6 years. It's like I kind of get a gist of where you guys are coming from. So, you know what I'm saying? I could be surprised. I could be. I hopefully I am. You know what I'm
So
saying? So
how we diving into this?
we here, man. I'm gonna break down the criteria for this list. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna narrow it down to 10 right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna narrow it down to 10, and the criteria is this. We're gonna discuss the in ring, the matches, the wrestling skills. We also gonna discuss the character, the mic work, the gimmicks, heel, them playing face as well. We also gonna break down impact. Impact is important, the influence outside of wrestling, the longevity, all of that. And also the final topic in the criteria department is accomplishments, championships, win loss record, all of that. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna break all of this down, all of it. We rolling so far. We good.
Let's
We're
get it.
rolling.
We as long as we rolling, we good. Now, like I said, we're gonna come up with five. I narrowed it down to 10. The 10 women who made the cut. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into that. But here's the women that's on the outside looking in. We have Alondra Blaze, Medusa. We also have Alexa Bliss, 5-time women's champion, 3-time women's tag champ, a Money in the Bank winner, and also won the 24/7 championship. You know what I'm saying? Alexa Bliss is in the mix as well. We got Beth Phoenix, a WWE Hall of Famer, 3-time women's champ, 1-time Divas champ. Gail Kim, 7-time TNA Knockouts champion, 1-time WWE Women's champion. She was also ranked number 1 on PWI's Female 50 list in 2012. Nikki Bella.
Oh, go ahead.
But now, go ahead. We got Gail Kim. How you feeling?
I feel like Gail Kim got a strong she Gail Kim was one of them ones where it's like I feel like she could have made the 10.
Mm,
She ain't
definitely.
she hasn't done much in the E, but her work outside of the WWE in TNA, I was watching around that time. She helped build that Knockouts division and make it what it was. There was a point in time when that Knockouts division was thriving and doing very, very well, and that's because of Gail Kim.
No, that's for sure. That's definitely.
Gail, there's a strong case to be made for Gail Kim.
I love it. I love it. We're gonna also put Nikki Bella, WWE Hall of Famer, two times Divas champion. She was also ranked number one on PWI's Female 50 list in 2015. Also, Ronda Rousey. Gotta throw Ronda in there, man, just because of her accolades and her impact as well. Three-time women's champion, Royal Rumble winner, ranked number one PWI's Female 100 list in 2018, and also was the Rookie of the Year in 2018. You feel me?
Mm.
So Gail Kim is a standout out of those. You feel like Gail Kim might have could have made this 10 out of those.
Yeah. Nah, Gail Kim. I feel like there's a strong case to be made for Gail Kim. Just because she put that Knockouts division on her back, bro. I'm not gonna lie. When she came to TNA, I think in like 2004, 2005, whatever it was, she helped turn that shit up. You know what I'm saying? I think she was like the longest reigning Knockouts champion and fucking like the first ever like TNA Knockouts tag champ. Like she did some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the women's tag team championships, like in the WWE, it's new, but Impact Ben had them shits. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say them shits, no disrespect, them things. You know what I'm saying? But not Kim. She definitely she was important, man. She was really pivotal in building that Knockouts division in TNA and getting it popping. So I have my list of honorable mentions also. I don't know if those are honorable mentions, but
Go
um
ahead, Eve, please.
it's similar to those to the women that you named off. I have Gail Kim on my list. Beth Phoenix is an honorable mention for me. Ronda, Nikki
Mhm.
Bella. I have Jazz on my list though as an honorable
Mm,
Mm,
for for women's wrestlers. Man, I feel like Jazz is one of them women. She gets overlooked.
yeah.
Um, a lot of she was one of them first. I don't want to say one of the first ones, but she started off ECW. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that's kind of my shit. I love ECW and shit like that. When she came over to the East, she was a worker, bro. She was putting on matches with Molly Holly, Lita, Trish Stratus. You know what I'm saying, and whooping them down. Like she was one of them ones where people talked about China, her physique, but Jazz was another one where you can't you look at her and you see her physique and you get intimidated. You like, damn, like, all right, I
Mhm.
know I can't fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like she kind of helped blaze that trail also with just as far as physique goes, and women that are like muscular. For she blazed that trail for like the Biancas and the Jades. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yeah, I might be muscular, I might be diesel, but I still look good. I can still work. I'm still
Mhm.
good at what I do. So I have Jazz in my list for an honorable mention.
Nice. I would also say that for both of your lists that have these honorable mentions, I feel like there's a case also to be made for Nikki Bella. I feel like to me personally, growing up watching wrestling and the time that I did, Nikki Bella was one of those women that made women's wrestling important to me. That outside of wrestling as well, they have the Bella Twins, a show as well. They made a big mark when it comes to just reality TV as well, and showing that outside perspective of wrestling and real life, that like work life balance. We got to see a different leaf of John Cena. I feel like the Bella Twins really exposed us to a lot. So to me, I feel like I would wanna see, like how this final list is working out in terms of everything. But I feel like there's definitely a case to be made for Nikki Bella um to me.
bet. Bet. So here's what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna name the 10 women who made the cut. And before we dive deep into the criteria and everything, I want y'all to say like if maybe someone from your honorable mention should be in there over one of the women that made the 10 cut. You know what I'm saying? So Without being, without further ado, here is the 10 women that actually made the cut. Number one, we have Oscar. Oscar
Oh,
made the cut. Oscar's here, three-time women's champion, three-time women's tag team champion, one-time NXT champion, Royal Rumble winner, Money in the Bank winner, PWI Woman of the Year, PWI Female in 2017. The list of accolades right there, and not to forget her legendary NXT run as,
Facts.
yeah,
mm-hmm.
longest
NXT
reigning
champ,
champion.
the 500 plus days. And I just want to be clear, just for the listeners and the people watching this, it's just the top 10. They're not in order, so I don't want nobody to be confused. You know what I'm saying with nothing. This is just the 10 women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the 10 women is actually in alphabetical order. So, listeners, you're
Look at
just going in alphabetical order, and we're going to name our list from there. You know what I'm saying? The next woman to make the cut in the 10, Bianca Belair. She made the cut. Two-time women's champion, a Royal Rumble winner, number one on PWI Women's 150 list. Uh, actually won an ESPY award for the best WWE moment. The first black woman to main event WrestleMania with Sasha Banks. The second black superstar to win a Royal Rumble, period. And she's the first woman, the first black woman to win a Royal Rumble. Got to take that into account as well.
She's a god.
Next up, Becky Lynch, six-time women's champion, Royal Rumble winner, PWI's most popular wrestler, PWI's Woman of the Year, number one on PWI's Woman 100, first woman to hold a Raw and SmackDown titles at the same time, first woman to headline a WrestleMania with Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey, may I add. Next up, Bayley, three-time women's champion, two-time women's tag team champion, one-time NXT champion, a Money in the Bank winner, PWI Women's 100, PWI's Tag Team of the Year. Yes, tag team. That's in all tag teams, men and women, with Sasha Banks. First woman to win the Triple Crown. First woman to be a Grand Slam winner. First woman to defend a WWE title in Saudi Arabia. So Bayley has a long list. You know what I'm saying? We got to take that into account with Bayley. You know what I'm saying? Going into this, a lot of people was talking about Bayley might be a little sleeper. All of this we got to take into account. So we rolling, we here. Next up, Charlotte Flair, 12-time women's champion. Look at that. That alone is insane. 12-time women's champion, two-time NXT champion, Divas champion. She's won basically every damn thing. Women's tag team champion, Royal Rumble, Rookie of the Year, Woman of the Year. All of these accolades right here. I'm not gonna keep running down these whole accolades. There's so many accolades for Charlotte. And
Nah, read
listen,
them. Go ahead.
Charlotte deserves to get her accolades read.
Word.
Woman of the Year. Number one on PWI's Female 50 in 2016. First woman to headline a WWE pay-per-view with Sasha Banks. First woman to headline a WrestleMania, of course, with Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey. Sasha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's real shit. Big shouts out to Charlotte Flair.
Real
Next
news.
up, we have Lita, four-time women's champion, WWE Hall of Famer, PWI's Woman of the Year, and just the impact that she had with the Hardy Boys and in the Attitude Era. Like you got to take all of that into account as well. Her list of accolades doesn't match up to the women that we named so far, but hey, you know what I'm saying? It's different criterias for that. We're going to jump into all of that.
I mean, also before you move on, you kind of also got to take the era into effect also, because women wasn't getting a lot of time to put on matches. They wasn't getting a lot of shine like that also. So
Mm-hmm.
if you
Mhm.
gotta just factor that in as well.
Yeah, they didn't have a Royal Rumble. They didn't have a Money in the Bank. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that, listeners, we got to take all of this into account when we putting this together. You know what I'm saying? So big shouts out to Lita. Lita made the top 10. We're going to get into China. Yes, China makes the top 10. A three-time Intercontinental Champion,
Yeah.
one-time Women's Champion, WWE Hall of Famer as a member of D-Generation X, the only woman to win the Intercontinental Championship, the first woman to participate in the Royal Rumble match, first woman to participate in the King of the Ring tournament, first woman to become number one contender for the WWE Championship. Damn,
Fire.
accolade.
And especially during her time, like we talk about this timing again, and look at how much she's accomplished during that time. Got to
Hmm.
give it up to China.
That's
Definitely, definitely. Big shouts out to China. Mickey James makes the top 10. She's a 10-time women's champion. That's with WWE and Impact title reigns. A 5-time WWE women's champion, 1-time Divas champion, 4-time TNA slash Impact Knockouts champion, PWI's Woman of the Year twice, and number one on PWI's females list in 2009. Sasha Banks makes the 10 as well. 6-time women's champion, 3-time women's tag team champion, 1-time NXT women's champion, PWI Woman of the Year, PWI Tag Team of the Year. Once again, y'all, men and women combined, tag team champion of best tag team of the year with her and Bailey. You know what I'm saying? She also won an ESPY award for best WWE moment with Bianca Belair. Sports Illustrated Wrestler of the Year in 2020. First woman to headline a WWE pay per view with Charlotte Flair, and the first black woman to main event a WrestleMania, of course, with Bianca Belair as well. Woo! Them accolades is fire right there, man. You can't
Hmm.
deny the accolades. You just can't. You really can't, man. And here we go, man. Number 10. Trish Stratus, of course, 7-time women's champion, 1-time hardcore champion, of course, a WWE Hall of Famer, 3-time Babe of the Year, Diva of the Decade, ranked number one on WWE's top 50 greatest female superstars, PWI's Woman of the Year. What's that? 4 times. PWI's Woman of the Decade. Trish Stratus makes our top 10.
man.
Hmm.
Woo.
They got to take out Babe of the Year though. What's that? That's some mysterious shit.
It is some mysterious shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. With that 10 being named and the honorable mentions,
Hmm.
do you think we got it right? Or you kind of, wait, hold on. Shorty over here should have been in this 10 instead of such and such.
Um, I feel like we got it right in terms of the criteria, like you were saying. You know what I mean? Like in terms of impact, in terms of accolades, in terms of in ring work, in terms of impact. I feel like this list, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. I feel like the honorable mentions definitely belong in the conversation as well, of course. But I do feel that I personally don't have any issues with the top 10.
Yeah, no, I don't have any issues with the top 10. I'm actually looking at my 10,
Hmm.
and I really want to, like, I want to squeeze Gail Kim in here, but it's like, who do I. She either got to share a spot with somebody, or I got to take out. No, she got to probably share a spot, like,
With
because it's
who?
like, which one of these women do I take out?
Hmm.
Like, for real, like, who, like, I don't want to reveal my 10 just because my 10 is in order, like, so I don't want to just reveal my 10 just out the gate, unless, you know what I'm saying?
Mm, my man's want to take out somebody.
Because I don't know, like, y'all know I'm a TNA man, you know what I'm saying? I loved Total Nonstop Action when it was a thing. And I remember I went to go see a TNA house show. Gail Kim signed a dollar bill for me. I looked at that dollar bill. I said, I never spent this dollar bill ever in my life. I spent that shit on a beef patty with cheese the next day. I was hungry. You know what I'm saying? But still, it's the importance. You know what I'm saying? She
The
signed it.
next day?
Yo,
Oh,
this
I didn't have no
guy.
lunch. Wasn't no lunch money. What you want me to do? What you want me to do? All I
That's
had was a
wild.
$1.25. That's when beef patties was cheap.
Yeah.
25 cents for the cheese. Man.
25. Look, man. Listeners, we tried. Listeners, if y'all feel different, please let us know in the comment sections. Y'all know how to hit us up, man. Let us know if we got something wrong on that note. With that being said, we know the 10. Let's get into the criteria, man. If you would have to rank them, if you would have to just mention anybody for in ring, because that's where we headed right now. That's the first criteria of this in ring. Out of these women, who is the best in ring competitor?
Charlotte Flair.
Mm.
Hmm. Okay.
The best,
It's
Yeah.
a toss up between Charlotte and Bianca, if I'm being completely fucking frank. But
the best.
yeah.
I'd say Sasha. I'd say Mickey James. Uh, Bianca definitely. You could go Oscar also. You could go Charlotte. There's so many ways to go. So
Yeah.
how do I
Yeah.
choose?
Yeah. This is
It's
why
a
we here.
lot.
This is why we here. We're gonna break this thing down. We're gonna get this situated. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
So the thing that I like about this is that as you guys are also, and I know that you guys probably have your own way of doing it as well, but I feel like I have my five in front of me, and as you're like literally talking about like, okay, for example, like in ring, I'm looking at my list and I'm like, all five of these women belong in that category. All five of these women are fire in ring, like no doubt about it, no question about it. So I feel good. We
Okay.
rolling, we rolling.
I like that. I'm
And
not mad.
that's exactly how I feel like this should go, by the way. Like, I feel
Really.
like all five of the women that you have in your list should be able to fit into each category perfectly, where you're like, yes, like they got this on lock. Because otherwise, they're not the greatest. Because according to this criteria, each one of them should be able to fit into this.
Word.
That's also true, but it's sliders. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, Chris. Chris, you've been on 2K. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you made you and you probably made a mob player. I don't know what you do in your free time if you make a mob player. But
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? If you make a player to where his 3-pointer is like all the way on like 99, his dunking might not be like something gotta drop off, you know what I'm saying?
I
But
feel
he's
you.
still great. He's still great. Don't get me wrong. He's still nice, but not all the sliders is gonna be on 99 type.
No, I completely get you. And I do feel like I can see how, like you guys would feel that way or that it wouldn't be that way for every single one of them. But I feel like even if it's not at the highest pinnacle, even if it's not five across the board, I feel like it still has to be like you're not a five, but you're a four. You're still
Okay.
solid. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Overall, A1.
Got you. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Eve, what you thinking? You on the same page?
Yeah, and I'm on the same page, man. I think, like I said, I have my top five. It's really a top 10 plus five. I got five honorable mentions. I might have did my list a little differently, but I think I put them in order of who I think should be placed where, and you know, so yeah.
Look, for for the in ring, I'm on record for saying Sasha Banks is the best in ring women's wrestler I've ever seen. So that's just me. Um, a lot of these women here deserves is you can mention in that category alone. Like we have Oscar, we have Mickey James, we have Charlotte, the list goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted that's all. We just want to touch on who you guys think is who's gonna do well in that category. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's all. We can move on. We could definitely move on. And the next is character. Character as far as mic work, as far as gimmicks, playing heel and face. Who stands out in this category? Because the thing is with Bianca, it's like the thing that's for me is gonna hurt Bianca on this list is just her time on the main roster.
Hmm.
It's just time for Bianca, in my personal opinion.
I can understand why you would say that, but to her advantage, you can also see how much she's done in the short amount of time that she's been given on this main roster.
Hmm.
Look
Facts.
at look at how long she's held this title for. Look at the things that she's doing outside of just this as well. Like I feel like she is bringing so many regular people, into wrestling just because of who she is, just because she looks the way she does. Just regular people are like, "Who is that? Oh, she's a wrestler? Oh, wow. I got to tap into wrestling. They got women that look like this doing this? Wow. Okay." Bringing in people that way, just in terms of just even the other work that she does just outside of wrestling. I feel like this woman hasn't been here that long, absolutely not, but I feel like she's made a name for herself. She's holding her ground, she's standing that ground, matter of fact. So it's like yes and no at the same time, in my opinion.
Yeah. Um, Eve, I'm curious to know how you feeling as far as character. Like who stands out for you just in the character aspect of things.
In the character department, I'm looking at two women in particular, and it's China and it's Mickey James.
Please, please break that down for me.
China, the character department, we talking China, you think about her with DX. You know what I'm saying? Her just being the strong, just woman enforcer type, you know what I'm saying, with with the gang. Then you think about her with Eddie Guerrero, you know what I'm saying, being Mamacita and all that, you know what I'm saying, getting that's we seeing a different side of her. My dog Eddie trying to woo her and all of that. Then her later on, what was it, WrestleMania 18 or 19, where that it's just a completely different character where she's more, you know what I'm saying, it's less enforcer, more like girly, you know what I'm saying, like we've seen just different sides of her, you know what I'm saying. So that's why I have China in there. And then Mickey James, we seen Mickey James get her act on from day one when she
Yeah,
was on her Let's Be Honest shit with Trish Stratus. You know what I'm saying? Like we know what Mickey James could do and what she can't. You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen her tap into the crazy, crazed fan type shit, telling that story, and we've seen all her good guy shit also. So yeah, those two women in particular, man. Then I mean, if you want to get deeper into it, I would say Becky Lynch. I
yeah,
would go Becky Lynch at a strong three, just from when she the shit the man, big time Bex, the shit I say it all the time, the shit she did this year is probably some of my favorite work from her. You feel me? So I would definitely I would say those three. Those are my strong three for character work.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
those three women right there, man.
I'm not mad at that. Eve, you made great points, especially on the China thing. I wanted to bring that up as well. Like just playing the Mamacita role with Eddie back in the day, and like she was always this enforcer, ninth wonder of the world, and all of this extra stuff. It's just like, and you can also do that as well. That was great. Um, I was also going to mention Becky Lynch as well. I want to give a shout out to Oscar as well, because just because of the language barrier and
Hmm.
like her lack of like the English language and everything, and the fact that she was a Oscar's a killer. Like,
Hmm.
let's
Yeah.
be honest, like her and her and back in Japan and everything, she's a killer. Like, and the
Hmm.
fact she comes over here and can play a comedy role, she can be serious, she can really go out there and kick ass. Like,
Hmm.
I feel like that's a big part of things as well. That's a big part of things as well. Trish Stratus is not something to be frowned upon as well. Trisha was a major heel. Like she can be a heel. I feel like Trish played the heel better than she played a baby face, but she can also play a baby face at the time, like looking back on things and the attitude era and everything, you
Hmm.
know. But I feel like for the most part, if you got it right on that part,
I would also say Bailey, because Bailey started off on the hugger shit with the two ponytails and completely flipped shit on everybody.
Facts.
Literally cut her hair, came out of nowhere. She was funny. She could go on the mic. Like it was just like, who is this? She cut her hair into that bob, and I was like, who is this? I love her. Sign me up. I want to be best friends. Started off with the role models. What? Are you kidding me?
Fire.
Bailey is that girl. Bailey is that girl. Let's talk about somebody that's a Grand Slam champion. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Like Bailey is one of the ones. Like she's one of the four horsewomen. Like she gets slept on a lot because I feel like she's younger. I feel like she doesn't I feel like she doesn't really have like, or people don't really want to give her that star power necessarily, but I feel like she deserves it. She comes in the ring, she gets on that mic, she's demanding your attention. She's going to be funny, she's going to be sarcastic, she's going to be witty, and then we also know that she has that softer side where she could be nice and she could be friendly and she can come to try to save you every time and whatever. But Bailey, there's layers to that girl. So
Facts.
No,
I just,
definitely.
oh, go ahead.
No, you bring up a good point, man. Because I'm on record saying like Bailey, her babyface character was just like so babyface. It was just like everything about her was babyface with the hug gimmick and everything. And I was like one of those people is like, "Hey, this is one of them characters to where it's gonna be tough for her to go heel and everything. And boy, to
hmm
my surprise, she made it work.
Yeah,
She made it absolutely work. And now you could question the fact like she's a better heel than babyface.
oh, absolutely, by far.
yeah, I'm not doubting that at all. I just wanted to shout out. You brought up Oscar,
Hmm.
and her character work. I just wanted to salute that, double down on it because we really got to see that. On I feel like on full display during the pandemic, PC era Raw and all of that, where they were leaning heavy on Oscar for a lot of them segments, a
hmm
lot of them matches, the pay per views. So you definitely right about Oscar, giving her credit, and even Bailey. You know what I'm saying? Bailey, they did lean on Bailey heavy also during that time, and that's not to
hmm
be forgotten. So yeah,
Yeah. And listeners, y'all see where this is headed right now. We just two into the criteria and we done talked about every female. Like, you know what I'm saying? That goes to show like this is something like you really have to sit down and debate about. This is
or
something serious.
well, we talked about all except one, but we I think we're gonna bring her up next.
All right, man, let's do it, man. The next topic we got in this criteria is impact. Impact is the influence, the outside of wrestling, and the longevity. So, Eve, man, I'm gonna lead it off with you.
Hey, like I just said, we talked about every woman on this list except one. When you talk about impact, you think, of course, you think about, well, for me, you think about China, you think about her impact, you think about Lita, bro. Lita's
Yeah,
impact, we spoke
hmm
about Lita earlier. Her resume may not be that long, but her impact was definitely strong, stronger than some of the women on this list. You know what I'm saying? Like you bring up to just casuals, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, do you know who Lita is? Oh yeah, I remember Lita. She was with the Hardy Boys, Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, even Cardi B. You feel me? Cardi B bringing up, oh yeah, I used to watch wrestling. I used to love Lita. I used to love Booker T, Eddie Guerrero. Like Lita constantly gets mentioned in uh in like just conversation when you talk about wrestling. You know what I'm saying? And that's because her impact was felt when Team Extreme was out here doing their thing. Nobody like seen nothing like that. She was out here dressed in her goth fucking mesh shit, showing her thong and her tattoo. You feel me on her
hmm
girl shit like that. That shit was fly. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Lena definitely, she like I said, she may not have the resume, but like you said, it's everything is sliders, man. And when it comes to that impact, I think that's what lands Lita on this list for sure. For sure.
fire.
As we've said before, Bianca Belair has not been on the main roster in a long time, but I feel like all of the things that she's doing outside of wrestling, the name that she's making for herself outside of wrestling, just as a person, like, what can you really say about her? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm.
she's phenomenal in every area. Like, time has nothing to do with it either. Like, she's been here for a couple years, and like, she's just leading the way. And it's incredible to see, like, watching it literally in live time. Like, it's wild.
Yeah. You bring up Bianca being the first black woman to headline a WrestleMania. That's impact right there. Winning an ESPY, impact right there. The
Hmm.
show she's got a show on Hulu coming soon. That's impact right there. Making her mark outside of the WWE. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Just seeing her and Sasha in that ring for other black girls out there, that's a major impact. We have to keep that, like, once again, Eve was talking about the sliders. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? This impact slider, Bianca Belair already has made her mark, and that's why she's in this 10. You know what I'm saying? She has to be here just because of the impact alone and the things she's doing outside of wrestling. As far like the same thing goes for Sasha Banks as well. She's in movies, she's doing whatever she's doing and everything, and being the first black woman headliner WrestleMania.
Hmm.
Becky Lynch is there as well because that first women's WrestleMania headlining WrestleMania for women, Becky Lynch played a huge part in getting that match done to where women are headlining a WrestleMania, and that was built off the back of Becky Mania at the time. Like, Becky was the hottest thing going. That
Hmm.
plays a part. China as well.
Right.
China played a huge role crossing over, getting other eyes on the company, doing out things outside of WWE. So
Hmm.
Now you mentioned you bringing up crossing over and impact. What about Ronda Rousey? You feel me?
yes,
I know she's not in the top 10, but Ronda's impact. She's the first female UFC inductee, inaugural UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion, two-time SmackDown Women's Champion, one-time Raw Women's Champ. And when you talk about just bringing eyes and attraction, she she set the UFC on fire, being the first woman to crack shit off over there. Then she was able to bring that, you know what I'm saying, that same attraction and them views and them eyes over to the WWE to do shit over here. So I feel like when we talk about impact, her impact may not be in the WWE, but to be the first woman, the inaugural UFC women's bantamweight, that's some whole new shit. They didn't have that before. You know what I'm saying? To be the
hmm,
Hmm.
first to do that, to be the first UFC, uh, the female inductee in the Hall of Fame, like nigga, that's big shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's I didn't even put her Olympic shit in here. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's just just something to factor in also when we're talking about impact.
yeah.
Very
Ronda
true.
would definitely, she would definitely be in the mix when you mention Impact for sure, just off that alone. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't want to put her in the 10 for some reason. I'm
Hey,
guessing it's sliders. It's all sliders, right?
hey man, look, here's the reason why I'm not putting Ronda in my 10 man. One, she's only been in the league since 2018. That's 4 years. She's been gone for two of them years. So it's like I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't put you. You only been here for 2 years, really. You feel me? Three-time champ in 2 years. That's not bad. Royal Rumble winner, great, but you got some work to do. You know what I'm saying? You did a lot of work on the other side though. In the UFC and outside the WWE for women. But as far as putting you in the top 10 women's wrestlers list, nah. Honorable mention.
And as we cruise into the last topic of criteria, accomplishments, championships, win loss record, all that good stuff accomplished in wrestling. And I feel like I could bring this up with the most accomplished herself, Charlotte Flair.
Let's talk about it.
It's like
Look at that resume.
That
Impressive.
is crazy. That's why I call her Charlotte, that bitch Flair, like till this day. That is
if
her
we ever
name.
if we ever interview Charlotte, would you call her Charlotte that bitch Flair?
Yes, I would. First of all,
She is.
I would ask her first, like, is it okay? Like, do you know that? bitch is a term of endearment. Yes, great, love it.
She would.
You are. I and also I feel like I would not even have to explain that to her. Like I feel like she'd be like, yes,
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah. She would know.
But come on, the names that I have for this lady: Charlotte, that bitch Flair, Barlet. Like, let's
Mhm.
go.
Let's
Charlotte's
Um,
Barlet. Charlotte's big boot is something to be reckoned with. All right, she got the craziest, one of the nastiest big boots ever. Big Cass wish he was Charlotte. Okay, like first of all, come
Oh
on,
wait,
man.
I know this is a women's episode. I just want to get Chrisanne's point of view. Do you know
What?
what Big Cass goes by now?
Isn't like Big
uh-oh.
Billy or some bullshit like that?
By Big Bill. What are your views on that?
Big Bill,
Hold
Little
on.
Bill.
What are your views on Big Cass being Big Bill?
That's some big bullshit.
Oh,
Nah, I
oh
literally I was in the room like with my dad today and he was watching AEW and I saw it and I was like, who is Stoke with? I was like, I know that's not Big Cass, big ass. He was like he was like, yeah, his name is some Big Bill bullshit. I said, oh yeah, that's exactly what it is. Bullshit.
Big Bill. Billiam.
Enough. Enough of this fuckery. But yeah, back to Charlotte, back to important
Yeah.
things. Charlotte, yes, look at this. Oh my God.
12
12
times.
times.
Mm.
Hmm.
Vince was horny.
But hey,
Was
if we
he?
hold on, here's my thing. Do we even? I don't like to put the Divas Championship as like a. I just count that as the Women's Championship because it's the same shit,
Yeah.
is it not?
It no, it's not. It's not. But hey, it says like she retired the Divas Championship once she won it at WrestleMania in that triple threat. I think
Wait, so
that was
how is
it.
it not the Well, how is it not the same? I genuinely want to know how it's not the same.
Well, she
Like
won
I
it.
understand the meaning is different, you know what I'm saying, or the name, whatever it is, but it's like Women's Championship. This was y'all championship.
Yeah, but hey, just being, what I mean,
PC.
I feel like,
it is the same thing.
yeah,
Changed it into it, so I'm
Mm,
just going. I'm just going by the record books. That's all.
you're right.
I feel like based off of like the what you can say is like it's based off of the type of wrestling. You know what I mean? Like they weren't doing like it wasn't extreme. It wasn't like, like I don't know. Like I feel like now like it's more technical, it's more calculated, it's more um just up to that criteria, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like a different criteria. I think that's like the main difference
No,
in, in
it
my
was
understanding.
yeah, it was the perfect time to change the name for the championship. You know what I'm saying? After that triple threat, it ushered in a new era with
Yeah.
Becky and Sasha being in that match as well.
Definitely.
So yeah, you know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? But yeah, Charlotte in this accomplishment thing, we already mentioned the WrestleMania thing as well, headlining the first women's WrestleMania. Another name, man, for accomplishments. Mickey James, yo. Look at her resume as well. Like that's impressive.
Stacked.
Yeah.
Like she's splitting time with WWE and Impact and everything and still being PWI's top woman of the year multiple times as well and like away from the big company, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? You still putting on at a level to where you still getting recognized at the highest of the highs in the second rate company. Like, and you did it in the big company as well. So Mickey James, man, like she deserves some props as well.
Definitely. Who else?
I'm trying.
Hey,
Not mad at
can
it.
we big up China also? China.
Yes.
Look at that. 3-time intercontinental champion. What woman is doing that?
China.
Yeah. Nowadays, women don't even get involved in with the guys like that. I
That's
mean, it is a new time right now, but hey,
She won the intercontinental championship more than the women's championship.
swag. That's not swag. That's swag.
That's fly. Like she said, "Fuck the bullshit, nigga. I need some real shit, not no mysterious."
I was wait. I knew it was coming this episode, But first woman to be number one contender for the WWE Championship is insane.
Yeah, yeah.
Insane. That's an insane accomplishment. And it's tough. It's tough. Even though the work rate, you know what I'm saying? This going back to the in ring thing, the work rate wasn't there for her as far as these other competitors on this list. But
Mm.
it's like, fam, you can't deny these accomplishments, and you can't deny her impact.
Can we
But
just look at Becky Lynch's real quick?
yeah,
Because her resume isn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's not no
yeah,
mysterious shit. You know what I'm saying?
at all.
6-time women's champion, one-time Royal Rumble winner in 2019, PWI's most popular wrestler 2019, PWI's Woman of the Year 2018 and 19, number one on PWI's 100, Women's 100. First woman to hold the Raw and SmackDown titles simultaneously. That's that right there is no small peas, as my English brothers and sisters would say. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
big peas, not little peas. And
And
woman to headline WrestleMania, like, come on, man.
yeah, and y'all already know like why I'm a Becky Lynch fan. It's like it wasn't given. This was something she had to go out. She had to go out and get herself over. So that adds an extra. You get another star. You get another golden star for you, Becky Lynch, just because of that. Like a lot of this, you could be the right person. You can have a look. You can have all of this stuff and be given these opportunities. Like we remember Becky Lynch was going out there, niggas. You could hear 13 cents drop in the concession stand once her music hit. Like and just her taking off and doing this. You know what I'm saying? That's another aspect. All of these things we take into account. We have to take into account with all of this. You know what I'm saying? Um, with that being said, pretty sure we got that out the way.
Yes, sir.
I think it's time. I think the time has come to give out our five.
Let's do it.
Now who? Now. Now who wants to jump out on a ledge and go first and explain their five? If nobody wants to go.
Sure, I'll go.
Eve, let's do it. Hold on.
I'll
Hmm.
go.
Yeah. Wait, Eve, I got you. Eve, I got you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sky High Eve's top five women's wrestlers.
Whew. My top five, my brothers and sisters. And I would give y'all my top 10. I don't know if you want the top 10 just yet. If we could wait until later, just get the top five for now. Um,
Matter of fact, Eve, you have yours you have yours numbered. You can go from 10 to 1 if you have it that way.
yeah, yeah, I got it that way.
Okay.
All right, so number 10 on my list is Bailey. Now, just know that it was ranking this list, putting it in order. It was kind of tough, but at the end of the day, hey, look, if you got a it's my list. You know what I'm saying? Just
Mhm.
to be like Ti said, let's be clear. It's my list. You know what I'm saying? But I got Bailey at the number 10 spot. Number 9 is Oscar. Number 8, Becky Lynch. Number 7, Sasha Banks. Number 6, Bianca Belair. Number 5, Lita. Number 4, number 3, Mickey James. Number 2, Trish Stratus. And number 1 is Miss China. Yeah,
Wow.
my top 10.
Man, shouts out to Eve. Hold on, man.
Nice.
Let
Yeah.
me drop a bomb for myself.
Yeah.
Honorable
Nah,
mention Gail Kim at number 11. I don't know if my honorable mentions aren't ranked, but it's my honorable mentions Gail Kim, Beth Phoenix, Ronda Rousey, Nikki Bella, and Miss Jazz. At first I was gonna have AJ Lee and Paige share that, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, I don't know. It was a toss up. It was a toss up.
Yeah.
Can you just repeat your five for us just now? Just let me just get that into my mind as we move on.
My five, from five to one. Number five, Lita. Number two, Charlotte Flair. Number three, Mickey James. Number two, Trish Stratus. Number one, China.
Okay.
Rolling. Chris, would you like me to go first?
No, I could go.
Okay.
I don't necessarily have them in order. I feel like they're all, to me, like I said, the way that I wanted to do my list was just based on the criteria that we had and feeling like each woman would excel in that criteria to me.
Mhm.
So my list goes as Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, and Bailey.
Mm. There you have. Hold on. Mm.
Not mad at that.
I'm not mad at it.
All
It's
new things.
it's just funny. Like it's just like Eve had Bailey at 10, and you have Bailey in your five. Like this is, and
Hmm.
this is what I'm talking about. Like it can go from anywhere. Anybody can make this list. It's so tough.
Hmm.
It's really so tough, man. So I'm not mad at it. Any list people come up with, you can't be mad at it. But I'm pretty sure somebody will find a way to give somebody
Yeah,
some
nah.
flowers.
Y'all gotta
Always.
understand these are the best women. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the greatest women of all time when it comes to this shit. So
Yeah,
there's really no right or wrong answers. Debatable answers, maybe, but right or wrong, I don't think so.
yeah, man.
It's
Guess
time
it's
for
on
you.
me.
Drum roll. Can we get a drum roll?
Do we have a drum roll?
Let me see what I got here. I got this.
That'll work. That'll
Yeah,
go.
it's it's better than nothing. So
Right. Oh wait, matter of fact, I do. I got some drums right here. Hold on.
okay.
Some heavy ass 808. Nigga. You go them drums.
Yeah, basically. So look, man, my five. Narrow this thing down. In no order, by the way. No order, of course. I'm gonna go. Charlotte Flair is making my five. I lead with love. Big shouts out to Charlotte Flair. Becky Lynch is making my five.
Okay.
Trish Stratus is making my five. China is making my five. And the fifth woman to make my five, Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks, man. Yes, I put Sasha Banks in my five. There you have it. So I got Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, China, and Sasha Banks as my five greatest women in wrestling.
Now,
Love
this
to see
this
it.
this question is for the both of you. If you were to put them now that you have your five, if you were to put them in order from one to five, who goes where?
Oh, this nigga Eve, he trying to you
Mm,
see what he doing? He asking the tough
Trying
question.
trying to rock the boat, bro.
I
Trying
would
to rock the
Mm,
boat.
say, okay, just and this is just in terms of like we've been saying that it's a factor of how long she's been on the main roster and stuff. I'll put Bianca Belair at number 5 on my list. I would
Mhm.
put Bailey at 4. I would put Sasha at 3. Um Actually, I'll put Becky Lynch at 3. I'll put Sasha at 2 and Charlotte Flair at 1 personally for me.
hmm.
Okay.
Eve, I'm not gonna lie. This is tough. I don't even know, bro. I really don't know. The thing with Charlotte is, and this goes back to criteria, is like, what's your baby face game like? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just that we got the same Charlotte. Like, we got the same, but Charlotte, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to knock. Obviously, I can't knock her. She's in my top five all time. But I want to be able to put her in number one. I really do. I want her. I want to do it. But it's just the total aspect of things and like the criteria and everything. It's like sh- I I can't. I can't. I can't. So that makes it tough. That makes it very tough for me to be able to number these five women because they, in their own right, they all could be a number one.
Very true.
It's just depending on how I'm feeling like. And how I'm feeling like. If I want to, you know what I mean? If I'm on my in ring shits, I'm putting Sasha Banks ahead of everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We counting the accolades, the everything like that, and just how she carry herself. I'm putting Charlotte there. Impact, China and Trish is there. You want to go the biggest star to who changed shit around? Like, yo, we main event in WrestleMania now. The man, the baby face character, that's the man, and Big Time Becky Lynch is in that mix as well. So it's tough. I'm not answering your question, Ethan. I don't care what listeners. I don't care what y'all call me. I'm not answering it. Nope,
This man
not gonna
afraid of
get me.
real shit, man. But
Mm-mm.
no, it goes back to what you were saying all about factors, about the criteria, and sliders and everything. And that's kind of how I was able to make not only my five but my 10. You know what I'm saying, and rank them where they're ranked. You know what I'm saying? Because I looked at impact, I looked at accomplishments, work rate. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, and I feel like I don't know. To me, I feel like my list is pretty. It's solid. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to say I wasn't high on Lita, but the reason why Lita is number five is because she spent what 5 years in the league from what she was there from what 2000 2005.
From 99 to '06.
Okay, so 7 years in the league. You know what I'm saying? 4 time uh women's champ, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying?
And you got to take into account she was a manager when she came in, and then the time period she spent with Edge, she was major like the manager for Edge at the time, if I'm not
Exactly.
mistaken. And she broke her neck, like she had some serious injuries as well.
Hmm.
So basically, the time you giving her is right.
You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't trying to like knock Lita. Trust me, like I was thinking about not even having Lita in the 10, but I was like, nah, there's no way like I could leave Lita off the shit. You can feel me? Like Lita is a legend, but
Mhm.
there's women that did better, way better shit. You know what I'm saying? But again, fact is, impact, her cultural impact has been
Mm-hmm.
felt. So that's where you are. Charlotte at the number 4 position, 12 time women's champion. There we go. We got the list right here. Let me see. Yeah, 12 time women's champion, 2 time NXT women's champion, uh headlining, first woman to headline WrestleMania, first woman to headline the WWE pay-per-view. Look at all of these things. You feel me? Like nobody the closest woman to Charlotte's reign is probably Mickey James. And that's why she's third.
Mm-hmm.
10 time women's champ. And I factored in that she was not only in the WWE, but she was in Impact also. You know what I'm saying? And she's still doing shit for Impact.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
her body of work, her matches, the matches she had with Trish Stratus, her feuds, legendary shit. Then
I ain't
Trish,
gonna lie.
obviously legend, and then China, obviously China's a 1 time women's champ, 3 time intercontinental champ. That should speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? So that's when it comes to the list and where I ranked them, that's where I was at with mine, with the top
Yeah,
five. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Mickey just missed mine as well. You know what I'm saying? That's impressive.
She honestly.
Every
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
Everybody can't make the five. That's all I want to say. Everybody can't make the five.
Nah,
Mm-hmm.
you're right. She was gonna be honestly. I wasn't gonna. It was between her and Gail Kim because I really wanted to put Gail on here. But after like looking at Mickey's just resume and just looking back at the matches, like it's like how can you not put her on here? Like she's
Yeah.
another one I think she's kind of forgotten about when it comes to like great female wrestlers or women's wrestlers, I should say. I don't know if the term female is obtuse, but I think Mickey gets looked over
Hmm.
as far as like the greats. And then
No,
Trish and China, they speak for themselves. Obviously, greats, all time greats. hardcore. You feel me? One time hardcore. Was she the first women's hardcore champion or not?
Probably
Hmm.
the first women's hardcore champ. She probably was.
Or the first woman to hold the hardcore championship, I should say.
Probably was. Not even gonna lie.
Like, that's
I
crazy.
don't have I don't have the statistics in front of me.
I'm not gonna lie. Three-time babe of the year. That's a little. That's stat padding, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
Nice little stat pad. You niggas got no problem when Russ do it, but when Trish do it,
It's okay. I want to know who y'all gonna have. I mean, yeah, nah. I want to know what y'all got for 6 through 10.
look, I'm gonna tell you this, man.
Y'all afraid to get to the real shit. Y'all
This
Nah,
being
is the
serious
top five
right now.
conversation. Shut up.
yeah, that was the initial. Thank you, Chris. It was the initial. It was the initial question, but I mentioned Mickey just missing mine and time. Bianca will be here next year, more than likely. Like, let's be honest. Can
Oh,
we be honest?
definitely.
Like the fact that she's even in the 10 is that's you know what I mean. That's an accomplishment in itself. Like
Hmm.
so, but like I said, by next year we could do this all over, and Bianca more than likely will be in the 10. Man, is like the consistency, the no injuries, just being there.
Hmm.
That thing she's doing outside. It's like everything. It's just everything she has her sliders all the way up, but it's just the time.
Yeah, and that's
I,
Yeah.
also
I'm
why I got
yeah, I'm not gonna
she's
do
at.
that. I'm not just gonna put her over these women that put way more time in than her. I'm just not.
Yeah. Nah, to be honest with you, I was trying to put Bianca in my top five, but I had to slot leader there, man. Bianca had to fall to six. For the same reason you just said. You know what I'm saying? You said Bianca next year she would be there, but for me, I'm thinking about what we've seen already and then what's to come. You know what I'm saying? If she stays on this path, this trajectory, she's slated to be probably the greatest women's wrestler of all time if she stays on this path. So
For real.
I
You
got
heard
Bianca.
it, bro.
I got Bianca at the six slot, just
We didn't
based
even
on. Oh, go ahead.
no, we didn't even get the heel turn yet.
Yeah, nah. That's if
Right.
we even get a heel turn from her.
Oh man, don't say
And
that.
she's printing money. My phone just fell, but yeah, nah. That's even if we get a heel turn from her. She's money right now, boy. TV show, merch. They selling little ponytails. Come on, like they. That's 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 your cash cow right now. You don't just throw that away on a heel gimmick.
Yeah.
Say,
Money.
Oh man, nah, this was dope, man. I'm glad you put this together. Round of applause for you for putting this together, man. You did a great job.
appreciate it.
Gotta give my brother a round of applause, man. Also, I believe this question or this discussion was sparked off by TTMN, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was shouts to Doug from Massachusetts. I think it was him that sparked this off with the he was like, if you could put Oscar, where would Oscar rank in your top 10 or some shit like that?
Hmm.
Yeah, so I think that's the question that cracked it off. So shouts to Doug, man. Um,
Dope.
Big Doug from Boston. But yeah, man, this was a great conversation. I'm glad I got the top tens, because top five is too. Come on, like that's too safe, brother. Come on, you know who we are or what we used to be. You know what I'm saying? Before we cleaned up our act, we were
What
wild,
we
reckless.
be.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's let's just let's have a little fun with this. But nah, this was definitely dope, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. Listeners, thank y'all for listening, man. And on that note, man, it's only right. We be out.